Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Morning Cup of Joe. This is episode 5 of the Chronos playthrough I'm doing, which is 0 to 3 deaths. Last week we took a death. We're going to try to take no more, and we're going to try to make this a wrap-up of this game. I want to move on to a new one. So let's do it. Should not take very long. I'm gonna pretty much speed run the whole rest. Try to get it knocked out in like maybe an hour if I can. Might be a two-parter, but I'm gonna try to just put it out as one. I don't want to hang on to this game too much for content any longer. I want to spice up the channel a bit more. And I feel like it's just getting a little bit stale. We're losing some view count, and I want to keep you guys entertained. That's the whole point. So let's make this a good one. Keep alive. No more deaths, and let's just get through it. Okay, so just all of it into vitality. We can't risk any more deaths. Swing. Block. Keep it up. I hate when they go down and they take so much more damage. Like, what's the point of even giving me a break? Seems counterintuitive. Excellent. Let's wrap it up. He swings 8 times. Usually the rotation amounts and then go off of that. Probably level up when he dies too. So wait for dragon right here. When you're a centimeter away and you miss. Frustration. I wish he would just stay standing so I could kill him faster. Oh, 10. So close. Stay away from those buzz swords for a little bit. Go away because you definitely can't block it. For all last time. And that's the Hand Guardian. Now, I'll see you after this cutscene. I'm gonna cut that out again like last time. Oh, excuse me. Forgot you were here. Alright. Let's get right back at it, shall we? So after that cutscene, that beautiful cutscene we just watched together, we can walk through this way to the left in this newly opened door and fight an even stronger goblin than we got to fight before. I know you've been waiting until you saw the next strong goblin. Here he is. Thankfully, I'm a stronger goblin. Alright. Got a couple of jumpers here. Knock them fools out. Got another strong boy. Come on. Another sweet level up. Ugh. Oh, you get hit in the mouth with fire. It's not good for your character. Alright. So we're gonna go this way real quick. Earlier in the game we got a bag of corn, and I bet you've been on the edge of your seat wondering what you do with that bag of corn. Well, you use it right here. And that's gonna give us the next gem we need for the next statue in that previous room. But first we're gonna go down here and collect the fourth and final dragon power-up. So this one is tied to a lifesteal mechanic. I could never get it to work, but let me know if you did, or if you could figure it out. Maybe I just didn't have enough arcane. I never really spoke much on arcane before, but it really helps on like hard, because when you dodge and your weapon lights on fire, or if you ignite your weapon like that, any of those things, it's tied to arcane, so it'll make that more powerful. If you're good at dodging, you really can do some damage. But in any event, slap that into that bird's head there. Keep it on. We're gonna encounter one of my least favorite enemies in the game. Probably my least favorite enemy in the game. If you're not using the hammer, you're gonna have a rough time, because you need to be able to stagger these guys. It's just so annoying to get behind them to hurt them. You have to solve a puzzle in this area, and there's two of these guys walking around. So I highly recommend learning how to defeat them and defeating them. You're gonna be very frustrated if you don't. Okay, so pick up that box there. Deal with this guy before he can put more fire on your chin. Nobody needs that. Go through here real quick.
Whoever who it is
I'm gonna skip the details to this.
One can have you any if you could.
Thankfully I have the item. He gave me his item in return. And now we're gonna go back this way. There's a lore book here. And there's a lore book here. Those are tied to a trophy. You gotta read like 11 of them for a trophy, so just make sure you at least open a couple. Here we have another strong goblin. We're gonna try to get past him as quick as possible. Try not to get hit 3 times. Sometimes it happens, and that's just a fact. Alright. Down he goes. Moving on. You're gonna be opening doors in this place. All kinds of doors to open. This guy right here He's gonna poison. Earlier in the game, when you're running through this, one of the very early hallways, if you pay attention, you're hearing a goblin every time, but you could never see him. Well, this leads you back to the beginning of the game, essentially. Oop. Oh, another enemy that you can spam R2. I never knew that. That's good. Oh, well, you gotta be a little more careful, I guess. Alright. Another box here. Nice. Okay. So, open this door here. You know, definitely want to deal with this guy. You can't have him walking around while you're trying to solve the puzzle I was talking about. Let's just stab me. We're gonna pop this door open, but we need to run back a little bit because we missed an item over here. I believe it's over this way. Yes. You're gonna look through this here, some more lore, and then you're gonna find a music sheet thing. And we're gonna take that back this way. Also, side note, if you guys have a specific game in mind you want to watch, let me know. I'm looking for suggestions. I might do something retro. I'm definitely looking to spice it up, do something I maybe haven't played before, a different kind of game maybe, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just hop around between different games and have just some commentary. I think that might be where it's better content. I like it to be more refreshing. But if you want to see full playthroughs, let me know. If this is working out for you, let me know. His AI is terrible. Last time I did it, it took him like 45 seconds to start walking. But we used the wind-up key from the beginning of the game on that statue down there, and it makes him walk onto the button to open the door to get the fastest weapon in the game, which is the scythe. If you've been using agility and scaling with agility, it'll be the best weapon for you. But I'm not, so it's not helpful for me. In any event, we're gonna go here, and again we have these moments where you gotta, instances where you have to use a puzzle piece essentially. Let me try to remember. I think it's 4, 3, 1, 2, 5. Whoops. Yep, 4, 3, 1, 2, 5. That'll be your answer there. And this was where I was talking about the door that leads back to the beginning of the... Oh, nope. Excuse me. I keep messing that up. This is the last dragon tower, and you're definitely going to want that. because you're going to need that later on. But this is in the direction I'm talking about. Make sure you just deal with Johnny Demonic here. Excuse me. And down you go. Downwards here. And this shortcut here is what I've been talking about. This leads back to the very beginning. It's kind of neat how it all wraps around. Knock him out, a little bit extra XP. He's super easy now, so. And then we're gonna just proceed downwards. And what's this? Well, it's another thing we've been holding on for the whole game. That's gonna get us to the first area of the Labyrinth. Labyrinth is a tricky place, but on easy, it's really not bad, which kind of speaks for itself. But on hard, I recommend pretty much running by every single enemy, because you're just gonna get slaughtered. You gotta keep track of your stamina, make sure you regenerate some of it while there's no enemies around. But for easy, I'll show you quick some tips just how to get through it simple. It's not too bad. It's trickier than it looks. It's menacing looking, but it's a very simple place. It says labyrinth, but until you get to the end, there's no real labyrinth aspect to it. So, you don't have to solve much of a problem, or figure out where you're going much until the end. But yeah, some of these enemies you don't have to fight, but I think it's worth it to kill a couple of those guys just so you can level up. If you're ever low on health, it's always a better idea to level up than to die. It's treacherous, but we're gonna avoid all of those guys until we get to the end here, because we're gonna have to come back through this area. So we're just gonna get rid of a couple of them, because they're gonna keep spawning on anyway. But when we come back through, you'd be very frustratingly knocked off if you get a group of them after you. So, just take care of those ones, move on. If you have a second, I recommend taking care of this one, because on the way back you can definitely be a bit of a pain in the ass. And plus, all the enemies here give you decent experience. It's worth it to kill them, especially on easy. And if you're not worried about dying, then definitely grind on these guys, because it just totally is going to help you out. That's alright. So here we have our first pretty much boss encounter of the labyrinth. Make sure no one follows you in, and if they do, make quick work with them. These guys can pretty much be judged by distance and then hit with a charge and then looped into it. So they're not too bad. But they also have very predictable attacks. Either swings once or 3 times, I believe, and that's it. You do have to fight 4 of them, unfortunately. This can be a bit of a slog. Should have just blocked again, but that's okay. Annoying. I think this one levels you up if you've been killing the same amount of enemies as I have. So. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you notice, I get greedy there when I have a feeling or know I'm gonna level up, but I don't necessarily recommend that version of playing. It can be very risky. Very risky. I think the other 2 level you up as well. But even if you get hit a few times, you're gonna want to get one of these guys out of the way first, because it's gonna be super annoying when he gets on top of the other one. They'll essentially be in the same position. But same thing, just rinse and repeat on it. Step back every once in a while and get some stamina. Come on. Some of these enemies, I swear, they just gave too much health. So, like, the next enemy should level me up, I believe. But this is going to give us part 2 of the labyrinth key. So you're going to want to go and open that up. And then combine with the first one. And then even though the door behind us opens, we're going to want to go backwards. Just, this is when you might want to run by some enemies. Woo! That was close to getting knocked off. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. And don't run near the edge, especially if you're trying not to die, because you could get a real cheap death if you slid off one of these. Wouldn't want to suffer that. Alright. Now that we took care of those enemies he spawned, it's not as bad as it was last time over here. So, keep going. You're gonna come to that door, it'll be on your left. Try to use that quick. And that's gonna get us to area 2 of the labyrinth. And goodbye. Okay. see here. So this is the biggest pain in the ass in the whole game. You have 3 teleporters and a sliding puzzle here. And it's just the worst. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out me solving these solutions because it's going to take far too long. So I'll be right with you. Path number 1 solved. So what we're going to do now is just look at it and then follow that literal path over there. It'll only form one way though, so you can't really get confused. Just follow the way it goes, forming to the left. It won't. There's only one path. But it seems like it stresses you out, and if you try to fight enemies, you will definitely get nervous. But there's really no reason to. Genuinely no reason. They gave those enemies so much health that by the time you killed them, you wasted all your energy, and it's not beneficial to you at all. So. Just keep going. Now, just ignore everything that's happening. Just ignore it. So now we've just picked up another piece of the puzzle, and this is going to teleport us right back to where we were. So now that we have the other piece of the puzzle, we can solve it the other 2 ways. So the other way, we need to keep that piece that's in the top right corner in the top right corner and solve it around that. And then the other version is that we have to get it to aim into the one that's in the top right corner, but you just have to make it line up. Again, I'm gonna skip that because it's too hard for me, and it will just take so long if I sit here doing it. So there's a better solution on the internet, I'm sure of it. If you're looking as this is a guide, then go watch that and then come back. Okay, now we got solution number 2, so we're gonna go to the right. Also, it's probably time for a dragon. Glad I used the dragon heart because limping through this would have been very difficult. Just have to be more careful at the next encounter. But it's all going according to plan. Beautiful run. Solve the next problem. Onward we go. It's a morning cup of joy. Yeah, there's no reason to fight those guys either. That room is just to sabotage you. But now we have the 3rd piece of the labyrinth. Now we can open that up. And if you're smart, or have any level of intelligence, and you've been following along, You're just going to want to mix that together again. Now you got 3 of them, and we just need to solve the final piece of this, which is to leave it. The one that has the box in the middle needs to be in the top right. And I'll be right back with you once I solve that. Oh, excuse me, you caught me off guard again. I got solution number 3 here, and we're going to follow probably the most ridiculous path all the way there. Let's bring it. Let's get it out. Get out here with your bad demon self. Just keep following that ridiculous path. That ridiculous path that's laid out before us. Don't let it bore us. Need to entertain. The audience has a brain and you must be there. I'm sorry. I lost track. We're gonna go this way. Up. Forward. It's a winding road. I'm very generous. Well, it took that from me. I was gonna say being very generous with the teleporting enemies. Just ignore Jonathan Swordsman. He's not gonna have to be able to afford you any assistance. So just ignore him. And you keep on running on the bricks that float till you get to the end, you know. Forming in front of you as you walk. This whole game can suck my... Oh, so I'm sorry, you two. Sorry. No, I don't want to upset the algorithm. I won't finish that lyric. What goes in here? Clearly the gem from the Cyclops statue. Oh, no, it's the labyrinth key number 3. Oh baby, there's a teleporter back. Interesting. Maybe we should use it before the boss? What do you think? So, we need to... I need to check something really quick. Yeah. So after looking at my items, I realized that I had missed a very important item that halves the health bar of the boss of the labyrinth. So what you're going to want to do from that room we were in is use the teleporter and go back to the stone, and then come to this teleporter here. You gotta find the key card for Ward 16, and it's in the house here. Or in the mystical area. Nice. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure it's this way. We need to go just like extra left, I believe. Yeah, down this way. And you're gonna go over to the left more. Alright, that's the key card. We're gonna ignore the obvious goat team up and the team up of the sea creature things and just go this way again. Take that key card and we're gonna go back to the first teleporter in the game. Okay, get some stamina built up here so we can avoid this guy. Man, that's alright. Okay. So, what we're going to be able to do is take the key card, go back to the ward, and there's going to be a very interesting piece of the story. And if you interact with it, you can make that boss a lot easier to defeat. And that's probably the toughest boss in the game because of its health pool and its strength. So, I honestly think he might be harder than the last boss. If you fight him at full power, but there's no reason to. So we're going to do that. And here we go. Unfortunately, we gotta take this elevator here, so I'm just gonna cut out the elevator cutscenes because it's another load that's just too long. Alright. Keep moving along, and you're gonna use the key card right here. Now we have access to Ward 16. This right here is another thing I had forgotten about. Very bizarre part of the story, and you'd be able to tell here that it's an Oculus game because they look in first person. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. Alright. Now, we're gonna go straight this way. Got a Johnny Demonic to deal with. It's the first Johnny Demonic we saw in the game. Very easy to beat. Case in point. And what's that? Well, that is something you should want to remember. If you take a screenshot of that and you go through this teleporter, you don't really need to screenshot, but just refer to those symbols, go through the teleporter, and then type it back in, and you get a trophy for that. So, keep that in mind. back to the labyrinth. Ride the elevator up again. Do 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 do. Oh, you got some joy in your blood in your veins. Help stimulate your brain. Now, back to the labyrinth. Alright, cut that load out there. Got a little bit of dead air, no reason for that. So now we're gonna go here. Back to the boss. If everything went according to plan, he should have half health. Alright, let's give it a shot. See if it worked. Should work. I haven't experienced it not work. Where's the boss? Not supposed to take that long. I'll tell you that much. Woo! Wailing. Oh, now you go down, you're immortal. Like the rest of the bosses. Wonderful. I'll never understand that. So yeah, alright, this is the only other dangerous attack, really. Besides the rolling, which is definitely on hard, that'll mess you up. But yeah, not too bad if you get rid of the health bar, but if you had to fight the whole thing, it would definitely be a task. Maybe not as hard as the boss at the end, but I don't know. Subjective, I suppose. Come on, baby. Come on. Almost got it, Jack. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. That's rude. Get out of that way. That roll, that roll. Okay. Beautiful. Nice level up on that. Oh my god. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'll see you after the cutscene. Oh, hello again. Hey. Well, look at that. That was a big hole in the ground. I wonder what happened there. Maybe we should jump in. This brings us to the final area and the last segment of this series of videos. This is going to be the end because this is the boss of the game, everybody. We actually did it. We made it to the end. So what we're going to do is run by this big boy. Need something to put there. Should have lured him out about that. But that's okay. Casual. Not much of a problem. Yeah. very close to the close of the game, and I think I got a good feeling about this. I don't think I'm gonna have much trouble. Yeah, could use a level up though. Could use a level up. I'd like to top my health off a little bit. So this here, let me see if I can just look at them and remember. Okay, so that's the solution. I had one mixed up, so just go through the door that opens there. So close to the end of the game, I can taste it. Take this. It's a necessity. Hope you guys warm me up. Never actually fought these guys at all on hard because they didn't shoot at me. They just assassinated me. It's weird that they're so aggressive on easy. Sprint pot. We don't have time for it. We don't have time for it. Baby. This, I'm going to show you a wicked sweet trick instead of fighting these guys. And this is all you have to do. Now that the door is open, that's actually a shortcut. Go this way. That's back to the stone. So, lead those enemies back here. So that they're away from the big guy. The big guy's gonna have way too much trouble. But, I have a very good method of killing. Kind of peek around the corner here. And, excuse me, I had to readjust the mic there. Peek around the corner. Deal with this guy here. They have such a crappy window that you get great timing on them. So, very quickly, we're going to go over to this computer. There's actually nothing really we need from that one, but it's lore, you know. I like to show you where it all is, so. But, this is what we're going to do here. First of all, we're going to use a dragon. Because we can still afford one death if we accidentally fail against the boss of the game. But we're only going to have 2 chances to heal during the boss of the game anyways. So. Act very fast to go to the end of your item list and use the gasoline before they can hit you. Because then you're immortal for the animation. And then you can escape if you're fast enough. Go, go, go. And that is exactly what you have to do there. Especially on hard. That guy is just a pain in the ass. Alright. Use our fuel. Toss that bitch aside. Yesterday's trash. We're gonna ride the last goddamn elevator in this game. Oh yeah! So close to the end. So, we're literally at the end. So, wait for that guy to walk right there. Lure this guy out a little bit. And then you're literally gonna roll between them. Just like that. Perfect. Alright. And this is the boss of the game. As random of a hallway as it is. Alright. Above all else, be careful. Take your time. If you're nervous, just take your time. You don't want to lose after all this work. And like I said, you only have 2 chances to heal. So if you have them, use them. It. Thought you only had 2 chances to get up and save the other one. Yes! Yes! Oh, man. And that is the last trophy for Chronos before the Ashes. Old enough, my friends. Oh man, it has been one hell of a journey. And I can't thank you guys enough for staying by me and watching every week. Everybody who tunes in and everybody who cares enough to just watch even for a little bit. I appreciate you all. And thank you for being with me when I got platinum number 67 with Chronos before the Ashes. As always, I hope you enjoyed and let me know with feedback what you guys want to see. Anything else, you know? A new game, old game, hit me up. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you so much. I love you all, and until next time, this has been Morning Cup of Joey. Thanks for watching. Bye.